Begin, albeit late, we will begin this morning's general session of the Board of County Commissioners, Franklin County Board of County Commissioners, with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brown.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Well, while I'm sorry to have delayed everything, I'm glad that it got a little delayed so that I could be here for this. These are always some of my favorite days of the year or meetings of the year when we recognize our champions. About a month and a half ago, we also annually recognize our scholars and artists and scholars. So we have kids in that have been recognized by their school districts for being particularly strong in the area of art and academics, but we also 3 times a year invite Linda Logan from the Greater Columbus Sports Commission to come in so that we can recognize our champions. So, Linda.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We're always so proud to host our state championships in Columbus. We're currently the host for 19 of the state championships, which is very exciting. So happy here today to recognize 4 sports that are part of the fall program, representing golf, football, cross country, and field hockey. And there are 7 area high schools that are represented. Not everyone could be here today, but we're thrilled to have those that are here. And then I also wanted to have Emily from the OHSAA come and say a few words as well.
Great.
Okay.
Good morning. Like Linda said, I'm Emily Gates. I'm with the OHSAA, and thank you all for having us today. We're happy to be here. I just wanted to mention specifically to the schools and state champions in the room, one thing I think is really neat when you think about numbers is the OHSAA has approximately 820 member schools, and you guys are the ones sitting here that came out as the state champions. That really speaks volumes to the time, effort, commitment that you put into your sports, as well as your leadership and displays of sportsmanship. So from the OHSAA, that is wonderful to see, as well as from the Franklin County. So on behalf of the OHSAA and our Commissioner, Dr. Ross, thank you for having us and congratulations.
Thank you.
Are we ready to?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we'll come up front. Mike will read off names, and we will come up and get pictures taken. And do we have?
Yeah,
and handouts.
So I will be calling out the schools. One at a time. We'll ask the champions to come up, as well as a coach or school representative to say a few words about the star athletes. So first, representing Dublin Jerome High School, champion in Division I girls golf, Abby Kiefer.
Abby, how many times have you been here? How many? Yeah, that's what I thought. She's a regular.
First, I'd like to thank everybody here and congratulate the other state champions who have made the trek here this morning. It's a big deal. Hopefully your schools and family and friends are all recognize that. This is our 6th straight year here, and never gets old, and they deserve every bit of recognition that they get, because once again, whatever they get, still not enough. They work hard. Abby is a junior. She's won the 2 state titles as a team before this year. She was the individual medalist. She was the Central Ohio Player of the Year, first team Central Ohio, first team OCC, and had one of the best individual seasons that we've had at Dublin Jerome, and we've had some pretty good girls. So congratulations to Abby, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Coach. Abby, you want to tell? So you're a junior. Where are you? Do you have any plans to play after high school, or you haven't figured that out yet?
I hope to, but I'm undecided.
She's got one more year.
I know.
Back here.
Well, so we expect to see you back here next year. All right. So,
Great.
Did you already take pictures, Robin?
Nope, we're getting it together.
Next, from St. Charles High School. The Division I Boys Golf Individual Champion, Evan Yakubov.
How are you? There you go.
Thank you for having us. My name is Dave Lawler. I'm from St. Charles. I'm the athletic director. We present Evan Yakubov. Evan is, in my mind, one of, I'd say, St. Charles' finest. He does it all. Academically, he works hard. One of the things that we do at St. Charles is each sport has to be self-sufficient. This kid worked very hard to make sure that kids who may not have been able to afford a sport, he went out and raised money and did all those things. And then he was on the tennis team, he was in the state championships last year, and then also he can play a little bit of golf too. So we're very proud of Evan Yakubov.
Congratulations. Evan, you're a senior.
I am.
Do you know where you want to go next year?
I'm going to Indiana next year to play golf.
Play golf in Indiana. Excellent. Congratulations. So my son Jack goes to school with Evan, and Jack wasn't on the state championship team, but he was on the golf course that day. He went out. Jack's the state champion cheerleader, I think. Or he goes out to support all of his fellow athletes. He plays baseball, but he went out that day in the fall where you guys got rained out, right?
We did. We had about 200 kids come out.
Wow.
Yeah, there were a lot of St. Charles kids out there today, but I mean, it rained and rained and rained that day, right? Yeah. So anyway.
I wanted to add that what the coach said or athletic director said and what Evan is doing is beyond athletics, and I think we find that to be the case with most, if not all, of these champions. It's more than athletics that make these kids champions, and they're bright kids. They do things in the community, and that's what it's all about. And teaching kids how to be good citizens of the community is so important, and I thank you. My son-in-law is a graduate of St. Charles and really learned that lesson well. So thank you. And Evan, thank you for doing what you do.
He remembers Andy.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
People
Thanks.
remember
Good
it.
to see you.
The name is
Evan,
unforgettable.
Oh, wait, we got a picture.
Though they're not here, I do want to recognize Bexley for the Division II Boys Golf Individual Champion, Trevor Bonneau, who was here earlier and then had a class conflict, so he had to get
Yeah,
back to school.
it's finals week for a lot of these guys. So
Right.
I know it is for St. Charles.
So next we're going to recognize Thomas Worthington High School, the Division I Girls Field Hockey Team Champions. We have two students here today, Stephanie Mertz and Emma Anderson.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Give that to the kid.
Here you go.
Coach, there's two more here. I'll give those to you. Yeah, Granuka. Thank you. Thanks.
Good morning. My name's Scott Dorn. I'm the athletic director at Thomas Worthington. I have the lovely pleasure of watching these two young ladies and their teammates work very hard. It's almost every day of the year they're out there doing something that benefits them as a team. These two young ladies are seniors. They have two other seniors in their program, and this is their second state championship, third trip to the finals. A couple of years ago, when Emma was a sophomore, she couldn't see the ball because of the ball color conflicting with the field. And so I'd like to thank the OHSA people back there for making that rule change and allowing Emma to have some great participation the last 2 years, led to 2 state championships. But these two girls are, if you want to watch your team work really hard, come out and watch our field hockey team work. But these two girls make it fun for their teammates, and so that's probably what we're most proud of them.
I'm undecided.
I'm currently undecided, but I'm taking a gap year next year.
Good, congratulations.
Next, we have the Division IV boys football team champions from Bishop Hartley. We have 3 players here today. We have Cameron Culver, Jaden Manley, and Nick Dawes.
Mr. Dawes. Yes, congratulations, guys. Great job. Tell your dad I grew up together.
I appreciate having the opportunity to be here and represent our team and our players. Special thank you to the Sports Commission, who do a fantastic job hosting the state tournaments. It really is an incredible experience for the players and our school community. I want to congratulate all the athletes. You know, it's incredibly rare to do well at anything that's difficult, right? I mean, it's really hard to be the best and to do really well. So I congratulate all you guys who are in rare air, to say the least. And on a personal note, you know, it's incredibly prideful for all of us to represent the capital city in our own hometown in the eyes of the entire state. I don't know if I really have the words that are adequate to really profess how special it is to our own hometown, the areas where we grew up, and to have it on a statewide level and be the very best statewide and say, yeah, Columbus, Ohio. Great deal of pride for that, and we're very appreciative. So thank you.
It's a little difficult for me as a Silver Knight sometimes to give away we're proud of the CCL. So congratulations. Great job this year. I grew up with Nick's dad, so and your uncle and your aunt. So anyway, good side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Get a scoot in a little bit, fellas. Oh, we didn't ask you that question. You guys know where you're going next year?
I'm currently undecided.
That's all right. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. My kid's undecided too.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks. Congratulations, guys.
There are no other students in attendance, but there will be 2 other schools we'll recognize. Hilliard Davidson had the Division I girls cross country individual champion, India Johnson.
She's a superstar. She just finished 4th in the nationals out in San Diego. She's placed in like in the top 10 in like 3 national meets since she won the state championship.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And from Olentangy Orange, we had the Division I girls golf team champions. So let's have one more round of applause for all of our champions.
You guys, you know, we do this 3 times a year, fall, winter, and spring. And we do it because we want to recognize the accomplishments that you guys have. And at each one of these things, and the young lady, it's a good thing she left, the young lady from Jerome, because she's heard me say this every single time, and she'll hear me again next year, but hopefully. But one thing you should definitely do is when you get home today, or if they're here with you today, recognize your parents. Thank your parents for all that they've done to get you to where you are, because they drove you. They took you to practice. They picked you up late at night. They made sure you ate right and you slept right and you got your homework done. And so you couldn't be here today. You couldn't be here where you are right now if it wasn't for your parents. So say thanks to them, number 1. And then number 2, I always do remind people, don't let this be the most important thing that you ever do in your life. It's really cool. Don't ever forget it. Always remember, you know, that the hard work and the dedication that got you here. But when you're 20 years down the road or 30 years down the road, make sure that you use this to make sure that there's other things in your life that you're as proud of or more proud of than what you've just accomplished. So this is really great stuff, but it can't be the highlight of the rest of your life. All right? And you don't have to stay. I know a lot of the kids ran off already because they have finals this week. If you want to learn more about county government, stick around, but otherwise you don't have to stay. Yeah, well, when they go to the Catholic schools, I can see one of them. Yeah, we'll move them to the front. All right, we're going to quickly rearrange the schedule a bit because we have a situation. So if we could get the treasurer to come up. Oh, and we need to do,
We can do that now.
we'll do it now. We need an approval of the minutes of the August 4th, 2015, November 1st, November 8th, and November 29th, 2016, and also the general sessions, and the minutes of the October 6th, October 13th, October 20th, and 27th, 2016 briefing sessions.
I'll move approval of those minutes.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
The minutes have been adopted.
All right, now to the treasurer.
Morning.
Resolution.
Good
morning.
Resolution number 888-16, resolution authorizing the quitclaim deeds for non-productive properties located in the village of Urban Crest, Franklin County.
Good morning, Commissioners, panel members. My name is Ron Hagan, Franklin County Treasurer. This resolution is a request to transfer property that the county has acquired over to Urban Crest municipality, which would be very beneficial to them and to make it more of a profitable transition. So we ask that you have a favorable vote on this resolution.
I'll move passage of Resolution 888-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
Resolution number 888-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 889-16, resolution authorizing an extension contract with U.S. Bank for banking services in the amount of $70,000.
Again, this resolution is the one-year renewal, which is in the final year of the renewal process. I ask that the commissioners pass this resolution, and we will be next year putting this out for bid. So.
Great.
But this is the one-year renewal, no changes?
Correct. No changes, no amendments or any at this point in time. So.
Great.
I'll move approval of 889-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
Resolution number 889-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
All right, the engineer.
Resolution number 879-16, resolution authorizing the Franklin County engineer to enter into agreements with farmers to leave corn stalks in the ground as snow fence barriers in the amount of $30,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dean Ringgold, County Engineer.
Good morning.
Cornell Robertson, Chief Deputy Engineer.
Good morning.
Commissioners, this is our 17th year doing this program for using corn stalks for some of our snow fencing. Works out very well. We have, what do we have, 36 farmers this year that are participating, and they are growing their corn on the correct side of the road for us to be able to use them.
Is this more or fewer than we've had in the past, or the same?
It's more, but it's been pretty consistent, growing a little bit. Again, some of the years it depends on the crop rotation that the farmers have. We have specific roads that we do need to have the fence put up.
That's great. I'll move for passage of Resolution 879-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
Resolution number 879-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 880-16, the Franklin County engineer is authorized to use county forces during 2017 for maintenance and repair projects involving county roads and bridges within limits established by the Ohio Revised Code.
Commissioners, this is an annual procedure we have to go before you and get approval for spending, using our own forces for projects that are up to $30,000 per lane mile and $100,000 per bridge that we can use our own forces to build.
Move for approval of Resolution 880-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
Resolution number 880-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 881-16, resolution authorizing the Franklin County engineer to renew a contract with MP Dory Company for the 2017 guardrail repair and upgrades program in the amount of $156,419.65.
Commissioners, as stated, this is a renewal, a continuation of the existing contract, and we have worked it out to with MP Dory to continue on that particular schedule.
I'll move for approval of 881-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 881-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 882-16, E.L. Robertson Engineering of Ohio Company, consulting engineers appointed to assist the Franklin County engineer in preparing right-of-way and construction plans for the Trabue Road over Norfolk Southern Railroad Structure Improvement Project, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $250,524.
Commissioners, this is a pretty big replacement project for this structure. We went through the consultant selection process and selected E.L. Robertson to assist us.
I'll move approval of 882-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 882-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 883-16, resolution authorizing contracts with CTL Engineering Incorporated and Resource International Incorporated to provide consulting services in the amount of $54,250.
Commissioners, this resolution is for professional services contracts with CTL Engineering for general construction inspections and with Resource International, who will map existing utilities at our main headquarters on Dublin Road.
I'll move for passage of 883-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 883-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 884-16, Narrow Leaf Drive and Morrison Farm East Drive accepted for public maintenance and shall become part of the Jefferson Township road system.
Commissioners, this resolution is for the Morrison Farms East, Section 2 subdivision in the northeast part of the county in Jefferson Township, south of Havens Corners Road and east of Wagner Road. The infrastructure has been built, the streets are ready to be accepted for public use, and their maintenance can be turned over to Jefferson Township.
I'll move for passage of resolution 884-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 884-16 has been adopted.
Now we have two resolutions under the Board of Commissioners that are engineer related.
Resolution number 885-16, resolution authorizing the execution of an easement to American Electric Power Ohio for land owned by the Franklin County Commissioners, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, as stated, this resolution establishes an easement for AEP for the property where our main headquarters is located on Dublin Road. This will allow AEP to serve a new equipment storage building that's being constructed now.
Move approval of 885-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 885-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 886-16, resolution authorizing the execution of an easement to the Ohio Bell Telephone Company doing business as AT&T Ohio for land owned by the Franklin County Commissioners, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this resolution establishes an easement for AT&T on the property where Maryhaven is located on Elm Creek Drive. The easement will allow AT&T to install new lines, upgrade their facilities, and therefore improve their service to Maryhaven.
Move approval of resolution 886-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 886-16 has been adopted.
All right, and now to the drainage engineer.
Resolution number 887-16, report second of the Franklin County Drainage Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting drainage improvement projects, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $352.80.
Commissioners, on one particular drainage improvement, we needed to get onto property that had crops still on it, and so this is compensation to the farmer for the crop damage to get the drainage improved.
I'll move approval of 887-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 887-16 has been adopted.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fleet management.
Resolution number 890-16, Resolution authorizing the settlement of a claim for damage to a 2010 Ford Fusion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Charlotte Ashcraft, Director of Fleet Management. The first resolution before you is requesting authorization to accept insurance settlement from Nationwide Insurance. On October 24, 2016, one of our vehicles driven by the Sheriff's Office was involved in an accident. The accident resulted in the total loss of our vehicle. Any potential bodily injury claim will be handled separately. The party at fault is insured by Nationwide Insurance and has accepted liability and offered to pay County $6,404 for the property damage. This offer has been reviewed and recommended by the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, and the amount fairly compensates the county for the property damage. Pending any questions, I request passage of this resolution.
I'll move for passage of Resolution 890-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 890-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 891-16. Resolution authorizing disposition of personal property, including motor vehicles and equipment that are no longer needed for public use, are obsolete, or are unfit for the use it was acquired, and authorizing the Director of Fleet Management to dispose of said items by transferring title to other governmental agencies in Ohio by internet auction or selling as salvage.
This resolution is a list to dispose of some of our retired vehicles. We have 17, 13 of which were used by the Sheriff's Office, 3 from Fleet, and 1 from Adult Probation. The units will be transferred to other enforcement agencies, those agencies that are smaller and have limited funds for replacement. They're on our list for cruisers. Those that are wrecked will be disposed of through salvage due to their damage, and the others will be sold through govdeals.com. Pending any questions, I request passage of this resolution.
I'll move for passage of 891-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 891-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 892-16. Resolution authorizing the settlement of a claim for damage to a 2015 Ford Interceptor.
Okay. The final resolution from Fleet is requesting authorization to accept insurance settlement from Esurance Property and Casualty Insurance Company. On August 2nd, 2015, one of our vehicles was stopped on the side of the road assisting a Columbus police officer when the party at fault struck the Columbus cruiser, shoving it into our cruiser. Our vehicle was unoccupied at the time. This accident resulted in the damage to our vehicle. The party at fault is insured by Esurance Property and Casualty, and they have accepted liability and offered to pay Franklin County $4,022.62 in settlement of the property damage. This settlement was negotiated by the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, and it is their recommendation to accept this settlement.
I'll move for passage of Resolution 892-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 892-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Charlotte. Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 893-16. Resolution authorizing the settlement of legal claims brought in the Franklin County Court of Common Pleas, case number 14-CV-002345, W.G. Tomko versus the Board of Commissioners of Franklin County, Ohio, and the Franklin County Department of Public Facilities Management.
Good morning, Commissioners. Chris Long, Deputy Administrator. In an effort to avoid the time and expense of further litigation, this resolution will settle the dispute with Tomko. The resolution will authorize the attached settlement agreement and mutual release and has been reviewed by the Prosecuting Attorney's Office. We recommend your approval.
I'll move for approval of Resolution 893-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 893-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Human Resources.
Resolution number 894-16. Resolution authorizing the renewal of excess risk stop-loss insurance with Voya Financial for the Franklin County Cooperative Health Improvement Program in the amount of $770,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jody Lease, Department of HR, Benefits and Wellness. I'd like to recognize Chip Noob from CBiz Insurance Services, who's also in the audience. CBiz consulted with us on this project. This resolution does two things. It approves the renewal of the cooperative's current excess risk policy with Voya Financial, And it also authorizes County Administrator Ken Wilson to sign the renewal documents on behalf of the Board of Commissioners. This renewal will cover the 2017 health plan year, so it will begin January 1st and run through December 31st. It continues the $1 million specific deductible stop-loss policy that the cooperative historically purchased. That covers or protects the health plan for any medical or pharmacy claims exceeding $1 million in any individual in a given year. Voya Financial's renewal provides the desired level of coverage and at the lowest cost. So I'm asking for approval of this resolution, please.
I know you've done all the due diligence, and I thank CBIZ for all the work that you've done over the years and appreciate that. I will move approval of Resolution 89416.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 894-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 895-16, resolution authorizing the county administrator to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency for Human Resources Services.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is a second memorandum of understanding. We currently have one with EMA, and HR officer goes up there 2 days a week. After taking it through the first year, we decided to back it down a little bit. Things are stabilized. The new director would like to have it just be 1 day a week. So we're going to do that for the next year and see how that goes. So request approval of the resolution.
I'll move for approval of Resolution 89516.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 895-16 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks. Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 896-16, a resolution approving the issuance of revenue bonds, Trinity Health Credit Group, Series 2017-OH for the County of Franklin, Ohio, in an original aggregate principal amount not to exceed $340 million, and consenting to and approving the execution of the bond documents.
Morning, Commissioners. Glenn Pratt with Dinsmore and Scholl. With me is Dan Powell, the Interim Chief Financial Officer for Mount Carmel Health. The resolution before the Commissioners would approve the issuance by the Hospital Commission of the bonds, which would be used approximately $100 million for reimbursement of capital expenditures previously made at the various campuses of Mount Carmel Health. The remaining proceeds of the bonds would be used to refund existing bonds which financed and refinanced assets located, hospital facilities located in Franklin County, as well as Stiley Ridge in Fairfield County. Fairfield County has already conducted their public hearing and has approved the financing. As you know, with these this is the case with all bonds of this nature, there's no liability on the part of the county, does not constitute indebtedness of the county, and there's no pledging of the full faith and credit of the county for the payment of debt service on the bonds. The vote of the Hospital Commission at its last meeting was unanimous with one abstention due to a potential conflict of interest. With that, we're happy to answer any questions the Commissioners may have.
I don't have any questions. We've been through this before. Do you have any?
No.
Okay. I will move for passage of Resolution 89616.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 896-16 has been adopted.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Commissioners.
Thank you very much.
Resolution number 897-16, resolution authorizing the issuance, repayment, and extension of various interfund loans.
Good morning, Commissioners. Zach Telerik with the Office of Management and Budget. From time to time, resources of one fund need to be loaned or advanced to other funds for cash flow purposes. As part of the annual review process of the outstanding loans, it's been determined approximately $3.5 million in loans can be repaid, of which just over $2.6 million will be returned to the general fund. The resolution will also forgive one outstanding loan as well as extend 13 loans for an additional year. Pending any questions, would ask for your approval of this resolution.
I'll move approval of Resolution 89716.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 897-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 898-16, resolution confirming the amounts of the public official bonds for various county officials.
Commissioners, in working with Nick Soulis in the prosecutor's office as well as Chris Long, it was kind of determined it had been a while since and to put this all in one place. I think there have been resolutions throughout the years that have had this amounts approved by the commissioners, as well as certain bonds are approved by the probate court. So this resolution just confirms the amounts and has it in one place, so it can be used as a reference. Pending any questions, would ask for your approval of this resolution.
I'll move approval of Resolution 898-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 898-16 has been adopted.
All right, that concludes the general session agenda. We now have one issue on a supplemental agenda.
Resolution number
Public
899-16.
Facilities Management, sorry.
Resolution authorizing the approval of a purchase order for emergency repairs.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jim Goodman with Public Facilities Management. Here's the story. Early Sunday a.m., valve blows off the toilet tank. Water drips down. Clean water. Clean water.
Thank you for clarifying.
Clean water. Floors northeast corner 24 through 19. Progressively gets less as you go down. I need a purchase order so I can get that area cleaned up. Courtroom on 23 took a pretty good hit. Judge Montgomery's office took a really good hit. So we've got some cleanup to do.
I'll move approval of Resolution 899-16.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 899-16 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Go for
Thanks,
it
Jim.
and fix.
All right. How much time does EDP need? I'm sorry, do we have any journalizations, Antoine? All right, that concludes the general session, or the supplemental agenda. How long does EDP need to
Set up.
set up for? They're not even here.
They're here.
All right, we'll have rezoning in a little bit then, whenever they're finished. They're here somewhere. I don't see
They're
them.
here. They're probably outside. You're here.